96.5 Bolton FM, the voice of the Bolton family. I'm Chris Hajdar. I'm chatting to the Ramsbottom United manager, Mark Fell. Good afternoon to you, Mark.
Good afternoon.
Mark, you've just beaten Radcliffe by 3-0 in a little bit of a local derby match this afternoon. Not a bad way to start the season, unbeaten for the first month in August. How do you feel about today's result, however?
Well, we're pleased about it. I mean, we weren't pleased with the first 10 minutes because I thought we were off the pace, but I think once we'd sort of settled the storm a little bit and we'd ridden out a couple of decent attacks from Radcliffe, to be fair to them, I thought from minute 11, I thought we dominated the game from then till the end. I mean, we've won 3-0. In reality, it could have been a lot more. So we're a little bit disappointed potentially with how clinical we were, but I think, listen, the job here was to win the game. So we've won the game 3-0. We're not going to dwell on the fact that we've missed a load of chances. We're going to take the positives from the fact that we've won 3-0 and we've got 3 more points. And hopefully, it's probably the best start to the season that Rammies had for a while. I think they were notorious for having a slow start and then picking up towards the end. So from my perspective, I'd much rather we had a strong start and we were up there and you got the points on the board. So yeah, really pleased, and it's how much that performance we can take into Glossop next week.
Indeed, it has to be said, you mentioned it right there, that Radcliffe were excellent for the first 10 minutes of the game. Could have very easily have gone in front had the goalkeeper. In fairness, Danny Taverner, we didn't see a lot of him. He was more of a spectator than pretty much the Radcliffe fans that were here in attendance this afternoon. Having said that, it has to be said, bit of irony in the fact that as clinical as you were in the attack, it was 2 of your defenders that got the goals. It
was, but that's what we expect from them from set players. We do a lot of work in terms of making sure that they're on the ball when it comes to set players, and I think the flick on for the first goal from Brad is something that we've been working on for a while, and Tomo was there to pick up the pieces. And then I think Sam's header for the second goal, it's a great big strong centre half type header, and Sam's been good for us since he's come from Altrincham. So I was pleased with the amount of quality we put into the box today, because we've been guilty of that. We've been guilty of getting in a lot of good positions and maybe not putting the quality in the box that we've needed. So the fact that we could do that and get on the end of it and score a couple of goals was nice. It would have been nice to score a couple more from open play, and we had the chances to do that. But as I say, it's if your defenders can chip in, they've got their own little targets. So if they can chip in with a few important goals, all the better.
Even better, Jerome Wright, I think a viable candidate for man of the match, having a hand in all 3 of the goals, indirectly from the throw-in that led to the first goal, but without a doubt deserving the credit for the 2 wonderful corners that led to the second and the third goals. But it has to be said, Jerome and his partner on the other wing, the wingers, they just never look like they put a foot wrong all game, with or without the ball.
I thought Max Heslin was superb. I thought he was absolutely superb, and I think, and he won't mind me saying, I think Max has been guilty potentially before of not putting in the sort of work that will maybe get him that extra bit of luck and maybe get him a few more chances. But today he was absolutely superb. He carried a little knock as well, but he closed down, he chased, he tracked. He actually got better as the game went on, Max. We know all about Jerome. We know how his quality. We know that he's a match winner, and we know that we're fortunate to have him here. But for me, I think if you were looking for a man of the match, I wouldn't look much further than Max. I think, other than a goal, I think that Max had everything today, and I was really impressed and really pleased with how we worked off the ball. And it's easy, I suppose, as a forward, or sometimes Max plays through the middle, and we've used him out wide today. But as a forward, it can be easy to hide sometimes, and he stood up and he was counted today second half when we were. You're going at 1-0 and you've always got that thought in the back of your mind, one break, one corner, one mistake, and you're level. So it was important that we kept our composure, we kept things tight at the back, and we allowed for that press to come from the front, and we've done so much work on it. It was nice to see a little bit of what we do on the training ground come into practice today.
Well, looking ahead to your next 2 home games, indeed on Saturday you're taking on Glossop North End in a rearranged tie. Was originally meant to be on the 12th of September, and then Friday night football coming to the Riverside Stadium when you're taking on Trafford. But focusing on Glossop, are you expecting them to be a tougher opposition than perhaps Radcliffe were today?
I think the league table will probably tell you that, and I think that the sort of recent history in terms of league position would tell you that. Obviously Glossop have got new management and a new side, but we've got a new side as well. We've made a lot of changes in the summer. I've been pleased with how quickly we've gelled as a unit here at Rammy. They're a great bunch to have in the dressing room, and we will turn our attention now to, I mean, we said in the first 2 games, having had to go to Colwyn Bay. If we could get 4 points there, we'd be happy. I thought the Hyde result, I thought we were superb at Hyde second half. I thought we actually deserved to win the game, and when we got that sucker punch at 85 minutes, I was devastated. But again, we showed character, we got ourselves back in it, and we've taken 4 points from our second sort of set of games. So we've got 2 tough ones, Glossop and Trafford, both games really tough. But we'll back ourselves, and we've got a team that have some belief in there, and they've got to come here, and we've got to make this place a bit of a fortress for us. So we know how tough these 2 games will be, but we've got every chance of getting a positive result, I think, in both.
Well, 2 home wins out of 2 so far. The omens are looking good for the next 2 matches. But for now, Mark Fell, thank you very much for speaking to 96.5 Bolton FM, and a very fine 3-0 win over Radcliffe this afternoon.
Thank you very much. Thank you.